The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbb-radio.com.
Hello there, and welcome back to the 716th Attack Legion.
Christian, you wanted to do an extra step.
I mean, we're trying to branch
outside of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I would love to hear what you got.
I mean, we're trying to branch into some other stuff. I actually want to do a bunch of stuff regarding Deadpool and Wolverine, which comes out later this week. And also Comic-Con is this weekend, San Diego Comic-Con. And Marvel's got a big panel. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of other announcements. We're probably going to do some videos on that, I would think. I think it's a good opportunity for us to like dive into another, like into probably Marvel.
Yeah,
I think it's a good launching point for us to start talking about Marvel stuff. But either way, I think we're going to talk about the main anticipated thing. And again, the reviews, or at least the first reactions. We're filming this on a Tuesday, the 2 days before release.
They had their premiere already.
Yeah, they had the premiere last night.
Premiere was last night.
And again, all the first reactions have been really good, and they've praised the cameos, actually, which I think is one of the more anticipated parts of the movie. Again, I want more from it than just like a lot of cameos, obviously. But I figured we could go.
You make movies
yeah, we need like Flash, like just do that, like in every movie, and it's well received.
The Flash was so good.
Yeah,
Ezra Miller,
especially the third act.
You mean many?
Especially the third act.
Jacinto wasn't in the Flash.
Oh yeah, not yeah.
Since when?
But either way, I figured we might as well go through like a cameo prediction. Is everyone up to date with all the publicly released people?
I don't think he is.
I am not, but I also don't care. I'll go see the movie, but I am so far behind on Marvel stuff. The last Marvel thing I watched was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, okay, interesting. All right, but
because I thought that movie was rough, and everything that's come out since has also been fucking terrible.
Either way, like I think this is going to be more of what was expected.
Go watch.
How did you
Loki
think everything was
great.
terrible? Black Panther was amazing.
I haven't seen Black Panther.
There is a weird
Panther
thing.
was really good.
There is a weird thing about this genre where like not this era of the MCU where like not everything has been terrible, but even the good stuff has just not had enough wind in its sail.
Yeah.
To like that leading it to like keeping your interest in something else. And like a lot of the stuff that's getting introduced in this different movies is not getting followed up on quick enough.
I'm a liar. The last Marvel thing that I genuinely sat down and watched the entirety of, which is probably why I haven't watched anything Marvel in a while, is Thor: Love and Thunder.
Maybe we'll do some reactions then.
I haven't seen Guardians 3
Guardians
yet either.
was really good.
Anyway, so actually I'm really behind, so I really have no ground to speak.
So
Anyway,
but obviously
cameos.
This is the first time we're seeing like Fox X-Men stuff. This is basically like the true start to mutants in the MCU. A kind of like we'll see.
All right, so who are the publicly announced people?
So publicly announced, we obviously have Ryan Reynolds is returning as Deadpool, and we have Hugh Jackman Wolverine. We have a bunch of side characters who's mainly announced.
I know that Sabretooth from X1.
Yes, Sabretooth from X1, Toad from X1.
Ray Park.
Oh, that's right, Ray Park.
Callisto from X3, Pyro from X2 and X3.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Azazel from First Class, and a few other people kind of around that level. Maybe Caliban, maybe a Caliban variant.
You know who I would die to see?
Lady Deathstrike as well from X2.
Yes.
You know who I would flip my shit to see?
Yeah.
You know my most anticipated cameo?
Yep.
James Marsden as Scott Summers.
I think that's on my list, and I think that's a highly likely one. And the other one that is
Patrick
confirmed,
Stewart,
and I think I'm only gonna tell you this because it doesn't seem like you care too much. And the other guys know.
Spoiler.
The other spoiler as well, Frick. If you haven't watched the most recent trailer,
watch.
Laura Kinney X-23 is in the movie. She's in the last trailer.
Daphne
Keene's in the trailer.
Okay, because Logan is my favorite of the Wolverine movies, so
Also,
holy shit. Okay, now I'm pumped.
we get a Paul Rudd cameo as well.
We don't know that. I don't think.
It's
Why?
not confirmed.
It's just
Potentially.
Paul Rudd.
Well, again, I'm just
There's-
talking about.
Oh, the Ant-Man
I'm
thing.
just talking about.
talking about the skull.
Yeah. There's
Because
you've
Ryan
seen the
Reynolds
trailer.
Deadpool makes a joke.
And
He goes,
Giant Man's dead body is awesome in the
Yes.
trailer.
he goes,
So,
he
Yeah,
goes,
well,
"Oh,
that I
Paul
knew.
Rudd finally
yeah, so
aged."
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, on or off the horse, Ryan Reynolds is also playing Lady Deadpool.
I think it's Blake Lively.
I think it's Blake Lively.
I think it's Taylor Swift.
I think it would be hilarious
Would be
if
s-
you pull off the mask and it's just Ryan Reynolds.
But either way, there are
Ryan
a bunch
Reynolds.
of these people that we're
It's
mentioning.
actually Blake Lively,
Yeah.
but they've CGI'd Ryan
Yes,
Reynolds' face
exactly.
onto her.
But either way, we're gonna I have a whole bunch of lists of people that I've heard rumored, people that are random and obscure. I've heard this movie is like a love letter to the Fox universe that is now gone, but I like that they're kind of treating this as almost like one last hurrah for a lot of these characters, it seems.
Right.
But I think that's what they've also kind of, especially with the X-23 reveal in that last trailer from a week ago, I think they're alluding to the fact that there is much more that they have hidden, like within this movie. So I guess let's get through it. Either one of our previous Professor X's, Patrick
Both
Stewart
of them.
or James McAvoy.
Or we might get both.
Both.
Okay, this is what the type. I think we'll get a mention of Patrick Stewart potentially, and we might see McAvoy.
Do we get mentioned as old Professor X, or do we get, hey, Sir Patrick Stewart? Like, one
I don't
of
know.
those kind of things? Like,
Well, it depends.
Patrick Stewart.
I think we're more inclined to see older people than people from the younger gen.
Yeah,
Weirdly
I think
enough,
I don't
because
think
they're
we'll
more-
get
they-
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, like they kind of added because at least, and I know
I think
Dark.
Jennifer Lawrence wants to do anymore.
Again, Dark
Probably
Phoenix
not.
is kind of a shit show, but at least it kind of capped off for a lot of the characters like the end of like their run. So I think we're mostly going to be seeing people that never got like that full. I guess even though Days of Future Past kind of did serve as an end to a lot of those.
A little
characters
bit,
as
but
well.
not entirely. Okay, so
I'll
Professor
get to
X.
that.
Professor X.
So what are we thinking? Like, I guess we could have tiers. What do we want to? Like, I don't know. Like,
I
Well,
think
just read off the
I think
list.
it's very likely that Sir Patrick Stewart will be in the movie.
I agree.
I guess he's already been in one though.
Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna show up again?
I think he'll come into
Okay.
another one. Yeah,
So more or less than James McAvoy.
I think James McAvoy is
Less.
less likely to be in the movie than Patrick
I would
Stewart.
kind of agree with that. Yeah.
I think he would be in it.
I mean, we haven't seen McAvoy yet. We have seen.
This is why I'm
Stewart,
This is
so-
why I'm in agreement that I think they'll both be in it, but I think that Patrick Stewart is more likely to
Yeah.
be
Well,
in it because of Hugh Jackman.
He's definitely more of the prominent character.
He's
to
the more
show up.
prominent Professor X. Period.
But I
Ian.
think we'll get him.
We'll get the either Magneto.
Yes.
I think we'll definitely
Both.
get
I think.
both
I
of
think.
them.
I think Ian McKellen probably not Fassbender.
I think we'll get Fassbender. I don't think we'll get McKellen.
Isn't Fassbender like in some shit the last few years?
I don't-
could be wrong.
I don't know about
I thought
that.
I don't think so.
McKellen fell off a stage recently.
No, but he's not problematic. He's like-
Yeah, but
he's like-
he fell
And
off
I
the
think
stage
McKellen-
recently. This movie
and I
was
think
shot
there's
like
more-
2 years ago.
Well, my thing is, like, was he hurt during
Yeah,
filming?
and it's been a
That was-
decade since
No.
we've seen McKellen's Magneto, and both are iconic. But like, there is something
Yeah, no,
like,
they-
a bit more iconic about.
They would have finished.
Like, I actually think the
filming this
most
movie long before.
likely of the four that we mentioned thus far is actually McKellen's Magneto. I think is the most likely of these four.
Listen,
I think that would be the most interesting. We haven't. Was he in Future Past? Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him since then.
I'm just more curious to see if we're gonna get the awesome and incredibly beautiful Halle Berry.
I think Halle Berry's a lot.
Halle Berry's probably.
Cyclops, either
Sorry.
one.
I think.
Probably
I think we'll get
Marston.
Scott. I think we'll get
the
James
older
Marston.
generation is a high. Like
Yeah,
a
I don't
much
think Ty
higher-
Sheridan's showing up.
No.
I don't think it's like. So James Marston Cyclops, I think, is pretty much a lock, especially because like there's some I don't know. Let's just say he's maybe hinted at.
Also,
in
I
the
just
last
love
trailer.
James Marsden Cyclops.
No,
so,
and I
like-
think that would be a good way to keep up the
but
Cyclops redemption tour that
But
got
it
started
can't
with X-Men
be
97
Cyclops
started.
with the funky thing. It's got to be him in his leather jacket with his little black sunglasses.
No,
like-
absolutely not. We
I
need
would
no, we
rather- I
need
would
comic
rather him be
accurate.
in comic accurate blue spandex.
Oh yeah, well that would be interesting too. Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
love to see OG costumes on all of the old.
Yeah, I think that's what the word.
Older
I
Yeah,
think
well
characters.
that's what
kinda
they're doing
this
with Hugh
means.
Jackman. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because even
Yeah,
like
okay.
Halle Berry has always been a good casting for
Oh,
Storm.
absolutely.
Just she was never given anything to do.
I agree
Like,
with that. Yeah, yeah.
So like this could be like a way to redeem a lot of
You know
these
what
guys. Like you,
happens when lightning strikes a frog?
Evan Peters
Same thing that
Quicksilver.
happens to everything.
I think Evan Peters Quicksilver is likely, but I don't know because I
He was
haven't.
in WandaVision.
That's what I'm saying. The character
Oh, that's
he
right,
was
he
in
was in
WandaVision, so that
WandaVision.
makes me
But
kind of
Aaron Taylor
inclined.
Johnson would be a good Quicksilver to throw in there just to get
That could be
another
funny.
little glimpse.
It would be.
He's too busy being Craven.
He's way too
What if
busy
we
being.
get him as Craven?
I don't think they're gonna do
What
it.
if
Not-
that's the
no.
introduction?
I don't think
That's
we're
not
gonna
how
get.
they'll
I don't think
introduce him.
Sony is gonna give us anyone in this
No.
movie. I don't
No,
know.
it's
I think
Sony.
Sony probably didn't play
Dude,
ball.
why do you
I
think
guess
we?
this one's,
Why do you think
where's
we
the-
haven't
There's a
heard any
couple
rumors
Sony
about
ones in here.
Spider-Man 4 yet? because they're still fighting.
Let's see what else we got. So Halle Berry Storm, we thinking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
We're thinking potentially Evan Peters, probably James Marsden, Cable and Domino from the last movie.
Cable will be in the movie.
I don't know.
Cable and Domino from what?
From the last Deadpool movie.
I think that they would probably be in the beginning. I don't think that they'll come.
But they're not in the picture though that we've seen. So they're not in like that
the party
like
scene.
that group of people he's with. So
I
they're
thought
not,
Domino was.
I don't think she is.
I could be wrong.
I would say that they're.
I need to watch them
As
all
long
again.
as I
If
get
they
Dopinder,
are,
I'm happy.
if they
Dopinder's
are in the movie, I'd say it's a better chance that they're in the beginning, not in the end.
Okay.
I think once him and Wolverine team up, then we're not going to see many people from Deadpool 1 and 2.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Then we have either Beast.
We'll definitely.
I think
look-
actually this one
we're
is
gonna
more
get
and more.
Kelsey Grammer's
I think
Beast.
I don't know because Kelsey Grammer is doing that. Okay, there's another weird thing about this movie, which
I
is
think
like,
I think it's more likely we'll get Nicholas Holt's Beast.
yeah, I actually think this is the one where I think we're more likely to get the younger one. Like,
I agree with that, and I think he's also made a
especially
couple
because the Kelsey
cameos.
Grammer is much older.
Wasn't
the
he
suit
in
that he
She-Hulk?
got
You guys haven't
is.
seen the Marvels.
I haven't seen the Marvels. No,
I
I've
haven't
seen
seen
the
the Marvels,
most
but he's in the
credit
Marvels,
scene.
isn't he?
I know.
He's in
I'm
the
just gonna.
Marvels.
I know what happens in the most credit scene. Okay,
He's
do
in
you want to
the
know about this or no?
Marvels.
Sorry.
Do you care about this or no?
I don't care. I'm
Okay.
gonna watch them eventually, but
Kelsey Grammer Beast is in the post-credit scene of
oh,
the
Kelsey
Marvels.
Grammer
Yes.
is.
But he's
Oh, I
not
thought it was
Kelsey
Nicholas
Grammer Beast from.
It's just his voice.
It's just his voice, but he looks like he's on like almost like an X-Men '97 version of Beast.
Oh,
The
interesting,
Beast-
okay.
Hold on.
That's what's
I
interesting.
gotta pull this up.
Well, he's pulling that up.
And while you're doing that, the thing that I'll mention is that it's clearly they mention in that thing that they're in a parallel universe. They're not in there because Rambo gets pulled into.
Well, that's the
another
interesting thing
universe.
that I
Mom's
wanna-
there, and so I don't even think that Beast that we're seeing is supposed to be.
That's not Kelsey Grammer. That's not the Beast we know
It's
from
not
X3.
it's not the Beast that we know. It's a Kelsey Grammer variant, but it's a different Beast.
Wolverine, who is a new version of Wolverine that we've never met before. That is the main lead of this movie. Because Logan Wolverine is dead. And like they've already said that they're respecting Logan in this. So that means that he has a universe that's separate from like the Fox universe that we know. So like to avoid them like opening too many universes, because we'd be up to like 4 at that point of like these weird we'd have the mainline MCU, we'd have whatever that universe is that you just showed, Julian, with like a different Captain Marvel variant, and with like the X-Men apparently. You have whatever universe Wolverine's from, which probably is not the same as that one.
No.
And then you also have the Foxverse. So so that's kind of just like X-Men adjacent stuff.
Do you
that
think we'll
exists.
get
There's
multiple?
4.
Do you think we'll get multiple versions of Hugh Jackman?
I think considering that we're seeing a bunch of versions of Deadpool just within the trailers, like we've seen like Lady Pool, we've seen like some other variants like Dog Pool, shit like that.
Dogpool.
So I assume we're probably going to get different versions of like.
It would be
Hugh
really cool to
Jackman.
get X1 Hugh Jackman.
Maybe. So I think we're probably going
And
to
they
get different.
de-age him?
I think they're probably going to do like the Krasinski thing, where like they casted Krasinski as Reed Richards because like it was just like an overwhelmingly like annoying fan cast that like everyone just said. So they just made him do it once and then get killed just to like piss everyone off. I think so. I think there have been like people for like 10 years have been like rumored and like fan casted to be Wolverine. Like,
Daniel
I think,
Radcliffe.
Like I think like a Radcliffe could be like show up as a variant and like that's the only time
that would be
hysterical.
Well, okay, so I'll jump on to your question real quick. Absolutely, we would get a different Wolverine.
I think we
because
see one in the trailer.
Not season 1. In the first trailer, there is a truck and shot
Yeah.
of
He's smaller.
of Patch.
Yeah.
It's Patch Wolverine.
Yeah, I think Daniel Radcliffe will play Patch.
Yeah, and there's also been a rumor
Really?
going. There's
I
also
have
been a
to
rumor
watch
that's
this
been
trailer.
around for months that like Henry Cavill was playing a Wolverine variant.
I think Taron Egerton was as well at
Yeah.
one
But
point.
Taron Egerton has also been a person that's long been rumored to like potentially be like Wolverine.
They said he's
So,
supposed to be the next Wolverine.
I don't think that's going to happen. That's why they cast Hugh Jackman in this movie.
No, but there's going to be a time like they are going to like. This is not going. This process is cool, but for the multiverse era. But like, there's probably going to be like a new set. Like like our X-Men in the MCU are not just going to be like Fox X-Men from years past. Like this is ending. Maybe a few of them are gonna make the journey, like a Deadpool probably, and like maybe. And I think Hugh Jackman's gonna rear his head again in like a Secret Wars. But I don't think like these are like current like mainstream guys that
like
are
they're
gonna be
gonna
our
do-
guys in the new universe. Like they're gonna be new characters like Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I agree. To jump off that, I think they'll do like they'll they'll bring back Tobey Maguire again for Secret Wars, and
Let us
maybe
know-
Andrew Garfield.
Actually, let us know if you want us to do like an X-Men fan casting
So,
or
real
like
quick.
team prediction.
So I want to hear the rest of this list.
This goes well. Any Spider-Man.
I don't know if we'll
No,
get Spider-Man.
I don't
in
think
this
so.
movie.
I think No Way Home kind of like took all those points away.
They did. But I love
The
that
only
movie.
reason why there could be a Spider-Man is because at one point in the trailer, like he's going pew
He's-
pew pew.
he's
pew,
doing the
pew,
pew,
pew.
yeah.
And-
What about
and while they're
Miles?
driving down the street?
Like
so
from the Spider-Verse.
there is,
Maybe.
there definitely, but because
like
the way
live
I think
action
this
Miles.
movie's going to be good, I think that's a misdirect that it won't be a Spider-Man. But I could see why people would believe there's going to be a Spider-Man
Yeah.
because of that.
It would be cool if we got live action Miles, but he's played by the guy that plays him in the video game.
That would be
I
cool.
don't.
I
be
honestly
wild.
think that like by the time that Secret Wars comes around, one of the most popular Marvel characters that will be around will actually be the animated version of Miles Morales, and I actually think that that version of Miles Morales will be in
I
Secret
think so
Wars.
too.
It will be
'cause
in
we
Secret
had
Wars.
MCU Prowler.
Like
in-
I genuinely think that
We
like
also
that character
had,
will be that
Andrew
popular
Garfield
by
was
then
in
that
that
he'll
movie
be in
too.
Secret Wars.
So it was
Like
Secret
I don't know if he's gonna have like a live
Was it?
action
Oh, yeah, he
version
was.
or if he's just gonna be like cartoon
No,
dude
he
standing
should
there.
absolutely-
But
he should absolutely be cartoon.
like I'm cool with that. Like I'm genuinely very cool with that.
What
like
the fuck am I missing?
Have you not watched
Spider-Verse
I
movie?
have, but I didn't see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in the movie.
in the big like everything for everything.
Yeah, I got
prediction.
that.
There's
Like,
some live
there
action
are millions
characters.
of different like Spider-Man.
I
and
got Prowler.
and
But I
two
didn't.
of them are. Andrew
they show, like,
Garfield
the one-
crying
yeah.
and Tobey Maguire crying over Uncle Ben.
Yeah, they show clips
Yeah.
from like the old
I
movies.
gotta go rewatch.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Into Across the
Across
Spider-Verse.
the
That's one of my
Spider-Verse is such
favorite
a good
movies.
movie.
Look, I will get my point across simply.
Yeah, go for it.
Cameo wise, if we don't get the original 70s Avengers, I don't want it.
Yeah, we
I don't
need
want
them.
it.
Well, that's why this is more interesting because they like there's less characters from like back then for Marvel than say like DC.
Well, Christian and I were asking, do you think we'll get a Hulk?
Actually, we can go to
would
Hulk
love
now.
to see a
There,
Hulk
because there are
versus
technically
Wolverine.
4 Hulks that like that theoretically could show up. There is
I don't think
Mark.
Norton's gonna-
There is Mark Ruffalo Hulk. There is who just might show up and he could just show up. There is Ed Norton Hulk,
I don't think
which
he'll
I think
show
is
up.
very unlikely. There is Eric Bana Hulk,
He might.
who I don't think you
He
need. I don't
might.
even think you need Eric Bana for. I just think you can just steal the
crappy
Hulk, the
CGI.
really crappy Hulk design. You know what I mean? Like I think you can just
Have
steal
Hugh
that.
Jackman fight him.
Like 2003, and then the funniest one, and then the funniest one, and I think this is actually the oldest character, like in the like release wise, that Marvel could do that actually has enough name recognition that it wouldn't fall flat would be Lou Ferrigno Hulk.
I think he's a big
like
chance.
like I think that's like
Even
actually
though I
like,
thought he was dead 2 seconds.
literally the 2 oldest characters. He's only 72 actually, and and that guy actually is in not the worst shape in the
not-
He's in
world.
really good shape.
I don't see us getting him as Hulk, but
No,
like
but they,
as
but
a
it's-
Bruce
they can,
Banner.
they can
maybe.
throw his face on a Hulk body, just
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
they do with
saying,
Mark
like-
Ruffalo.
Yeah, but I was saying
Yeah,
we get
he'll
Lou
just mocap
Ferrigno.
Yeah, they could do
as
they could do him
Bruce.
as like an actual Hulk,
You can
maybe,
just
which could be
mocap it, it'll
cool
be like,
for him. You know what I mean?
Hey,
like
I don't know
Bruce
if you
Banner.
realize this, but obviously there was a Hulk. There was the Lou Ferrigno Incredible Hulk TV show,
Yeah.
and then they did some TV movies.
Yeah.
And one of the TV movies, he's actually it's called The Trial of
Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner or something like that. And guess who his lawyer is in that movie?
Stan Lee, right?
No. Guess who his lawyer is?
Matt
Guess which
Murdock.
character?
Matt Murdock.
Murphy. Deadpool. Daredevil is in that. It was supposed to be a spin-off to do a Daredevil show back in like
That's funny.
1988 or 1899 or 90 or whatever it was, and it just didn't get picked up. But they literally have a Daredevil from like 1991,
Yeah.
1990.
The only other oldest character that I think potentially could rear its head that it, like again could have potential recognition is the old Howard the Duck from '86 because
that
that's a
would be
Lucas.
great.
Actually, it's a Lucasfilm movie.
That would be great.
I would
It's
love
only-
to see.
it's like-
And they
I would
own the
love to
property.
see-
they own all that shit
I would
realistically.
love to see Water Bottle Iron Man.
Like, it's really
Water
shit.
bottle Iron Man? Is that what you're calling the 70s Iron Man?
Any other crazy ones?
No,
Let me
Bottle.
go through some quick ones. How about Iceman?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think Iceman is kind of unlikely. He's still youngish.
Are we gonna get
so-
Snowman Iceman or are we gonna get Iceman Iceman?
I think that guy would actually see his face.
Would be ironic if they.
I mean, we
Never
have
mind, I'm
Pyro.
not even gonna
We
make
can
that.
bring
He's got
back
a
the
twin.
Pyro
Pyro.
He's got a
Iceman
twin,
thing
so
again.
they could get
so-
one of the two of them.
Either Mystique. I think Rebecca Romijn is much more likely than Jennifer Lawrence, who I think we will never see as that character ever again.
Jennifer Lawrence will never do a Marvel.
There are
movie
characters
ever
that are
again.
dead. There are actors who are dead that I would think are more inclined to come back to play their character than Jennifer Lawrence
agree.
My
as
only problem
Mystique.
with Rebecca Romijn is because for her to be Mystique, like
A lot of gaffer tape.
she's still a very attractive woman. She plays.
No, she still looks great.
She plays but like she is not the body type that she was.
Who cares?
In X-Men.
It's
so
fine.
They would have to do something.
No, just have her be as she is.
Who cares?
If it's that kind of cameo,
Mystique
I'm up
ages,
for
kind
it,
of.
but
Like, she doesn't have to
she's
show
just
it.
like like no one can expect that she'd be in the shape that she was when she was a supermodel.
They could do traditional Mystique
I want
with
her
the
to-
white dress and the skull belt.
Yeah, I want her and like Ian McKellen together. That's what I want.
That would be great.
What else you got on
Like,
your list?
what else? Ghost Rider, Nick Cage.
Yes,
That would be
absolutely.
It's like
That or
Sam Neill goes
same character but Norman
this
Reedus.
is what I want. That is not going to happen. But anyway, we all like we go. I don't think we will. I really don't think he's gonna show up. He's a Sony character, so like I don't think
Hardy?
Sony played ball. What'd you say?
Tom Hardy.
No, I'm saying Ghost Rider.
Oh.
Nick Cage.
I think he might.
I think there's a chance. I don't know if we.
I think that's a slimmer
I think we might
chance
just
than
see
anybody
a
else
Ghost
we've
Rider. Maybe we won't see like
It might be a
I
really
think
good
it's a Sony movie,
because
or
they
maybe
used-
Columbia or something. I don't know.
They
Like
used him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
no, I think it might have
It
reversed.
was
Oh,
a
you're
different
right.
kind of Ghost Rider, but it was still Ghost
It might be
Rider.
Fox. Then I'm not
Magical
sure.
Portal powers.
It might be Fox. Channing Tatum Gambit, who's long been rumored.
Absolutely.
I think that's a good one. I think that's actually one of the more clever ones to do because Channing Tatum was obviously slated to play Gambit for a lot of years, and then obviously the rights were sold, and that movie never came to fruition.
People
but
want
there was
him, but I
actually,
don't think we're gonna get him.
actually weirdly enough, there was a Comic-Con where he was announced that he would be playing Gambit, and it was the same Comic-Con that Deadpool was like present for, and there's kind of a behind the scenes connection between like Channing Tatum and Deadpool, so this would kind of be like, and also he actually had a cameo.
And Channing Tatum just does anything.
Yeah, and he had a cameo in a previous one of Sean Levy's movies with Ryan Reynolds in a Free Guy. Like he had a cameo in that.
Oh, he
so,
wasn't
So
Free
did
Guy.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, and then so did Chris Evans.
I want to go back to Ghost Rider for a second because I said the name wrong.
The old guy.
Sam Elliott as the caretaker. Like
Yes!
he doesn't just
We
show
were
up on a
talking
horse.
about that earlier.
He actually shows up and he helps. He doesn't just like, all right, one last ride. All right, I gotta go back to hang out with
Graves.
Patrick Swayze at Roadhouse now.
All right, what else?
Like, and I got
That
one more
one.
because we got
we can go to that
you
one.
got
That
kid.
one.
Do you have kid?
I'll
there,
bounce
you have
around.
kid Deadpool on there.
Kid Pool.
Yes, he does.
Okay, I have Kidpool on here. The question, I think Kidpool's already been confirmed, kind of, through merchandise and shit. But the question is Walker Scoble playing it? Is the kid who
Walker Scoble?
Walker Scoble?
He's the new Percy
in
Jackson.
Sean Levy in last movie, which also had Ryan Reynolds in it. It's like a time travel
the
movie,
Adam
and then
movie,
he
Adam
plays a younger
Project.
version
Adam
of Ryan
Project.
Reynolds, and he's also Percy Jackson for Disney. So like the idea would be like, well, if you fucking have like, there's a kid who can play Kidpool right there, like the kid who played
would
young
love it.
Ryan Reynolds.
I would
Like
love it.
he has an impression of
He
him
did
and
a good
everything. So
job
no, he's pretty
as
good. Like
Percy Jackson.
no, I had some issues with the way that show was written, but that really had. Like it was
It's not
it was the
gonna
way the
act.
kids were directed more than their actual directing
Right.
ability.
And he's just hilarious in the Adam Project.
Yeah, I like Dan Patrick a lot actually. That movie
he
has
does
a lot
a
of
great
heart.
job making being Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Will Robert Downey Jr. show up in any capacity?
No.
I agree.
There have been he has said that he's willing to come back to the character, but I do not think. That
I don't
he
see
is
anything
in
less
this
than
movie
Secret.
at all.
Anything less than
I don't
Secret
think we're
Wars,
really
he's not
getting
coming
any
back in.
Avengers.
I think.
Paul Rudd,
Well, we
technically.
saw like there's screens that we've seen. Like again, weirdly enough, there's one clip that went around that was like that showed the screens, obviously. But there's another clip that I've seen that is like. No, I think it was described to me actually, and it shows that Deadpool's watching a screen, and it's the scene from the Door of the Dark World apparently, where Loki is dying, and like he's like they're like having their moments, but apparently Deadpool is where Loki is, and Thor is like, but he's just edited in, like it's not a reshot thing. It's just Deadpool is edited in. I don't know what that means, like to this, like I have no idea the context of that at all, but like it doesn't make sense with anything else we've seen in this movie. So, yeah, let's go. Max 50 minutes. Okay. Miss Minutes from Loki.
Yes, I think we're getting.
Yeah,
this
definitely. He's going.
I think
to
very
TVA,
likely.
Kang. Wait,
mo-
real quick. Do you think we're getting
turn-
Kang?
a Kang variant? No.
No, I think they're done with Kang.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Just want to make sure I got
Sorry,
that out.
Just some
Jonathan
other
Majors,
Loki.
but you fucked it up.
How about, well, we're kind of on Loki stuff. How about Tom Hiddleston Loki? I actually think maybe referenced.
I think he'll be referenced.
I
but
think
don't
we're gonna
we'll
get
see
Tom
him.
Hiddleston Thor.
I think Hiddleston doesn't come back to probably Secret Wars.
I agree with that.
But I think
see him
we
again.
get alluded to because he's a very important figure for
He
the
is, like,
current
the
era.
god of everything
So he's the
now.
god of stories now. So
Glorious purpose, man.
Doctor Doom, but they probably will not care to bring any of the actors back because they're so forgettable. Which is
What
just
about-
a Doctor Doom.
The
Just
Doctor Doom from the Fantastic Four movie with Michael B. Jordan in it.
wait,
So
wait,
it's the shitty one.
wait.
Hold on.
You mean put here?
You
Crappy
mean
Fantastic? I don't think we're gonna get any of the crappy Fantastic Four.
no? You mean Fanforstic?
Yeah,
Fanforstic,
yeah,
my favorite superhero movie that's so good that Stan Lee didn't even want to be in it.
Oh my god, he didn't.
It's the only Marvel movie that Stan Lee wasn't in because it was an absolutely Fanforstic movie.
Wait, let's follow up
yeah.
with that. Do you think we'll get
Sylvie or Mobius? How about
No,
that?
I wasn't going Loki.
Chris
I was going
Evans as
Chris Evans
Human
as
Torch.
Human Torch, but also
Yes.
what's his Miles Teller as
No.
Mr.
I don't think we're
Fantastic.
gonna get any of the Fanforstic. I don't think any of them want to come back. I don't think any of them want to revisit this point in their careers at all.
if anything, I'm more inclined to believe that we will never, ever, ever see anybody from the Michael B. Jordan movie
No.
ever again.
No.
But I am,
I love
if
how that's who it's been relegated.
if by some chance they do include a Fantastic Four character at all,
the Doom. Okay.
it's either going to be any of the new people that are slated to play, so like Joseph Quinn, Pedro
I think it's too
Pascal,
early.
could be, or they could throw Krasinski in again.
Yes.
kill him
That'd be so.
again.
They
Kill him
That's why
again.
you just make that a
Or,
bit,
but
like,
if they
he
if they
dies
do
and-
anything, like we're definitely not getting Jessica Alba. We're definitely not getting
I think the two for
Michael Chiklis. If we're getting anybody, it's going to be either Yoan
Jessica
Grufford or Chris.
Alba.
I think
but
so.
she's
I don't
not
think
getting
any of the Mr. We've already got a Mr. Fantastic, so I don't think we're gonna get a Mr. Fantastic in this because we got one in.
That's what I'm saying. But if it's
And
not
I
going
don't
to be
think we're
Yoan
gonna get
Grufford,
it in.
it's going to
I
be
don't think
Chris
either
Evans.
of the Invisible Women have been memorable enough to bring back. But I think
Jessica Alba.
Jessica
you
Alba-
speak for
she's
yourself.
not a good actress.
It was in her contract
She doesn't-
that she
no,
had
but
to
she-
get naked.
No,
in
but she
every
doesn't.
movie.
But she doesn't act anymore.
Listen,
Like she
she
literally.
does.
No, she
Zoe
doesn't.
Niles, right?
Doesn't she not act anymore?
She does a show, like a
When
TV
was
show.
the last time
Listen,
Jessica
I'm pretty sure
Alba-
Jessica Alba's like a functionally retired.
We talk about this about Scooby Doo in regards to the Hex Girls.
Oh yeah.
Either way,
Jessica
yeah.
Alba
Well, I'm sure she's a lot of people's
needs
formative
to come
experiences.
into
Yes.
this movie.
She was
But-
in a movie in 2024.
Kate
So,
Mara.
wait, so they've actually already announced that
What?
Ben Affleck's ex Electra.
Well, that one's the most well-known rumor. That's
that is
basically
official, though.
it's
We
not
have not
official,
seen
but it's
anything.
basically been like confirmed because she did a bad job.
so
at
that's
denying
why I
it.
said I don't think we get Ben Affleck Daredevil.
Yeah, 'cause Electra's in it.
Because they're
Yeah, we're not gonna
they would have to
So-
be on set.
let me
Jennifer Garner?
move.
Yeah, let's finish this up though.
Yeah,
We're
let me
out of
move
time.
through them as quickly as I can now.
We'll just give thumbs up, thumbs down.
But now we don't gotta do that. We can still talk a little bit. Phil Coulson.
Yes.
No, he is not showing up.
He's not
He is
showing
not
up.
showing up.
I want
not.
Kate Mara,
He
Susan
did like
Storm.
12 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He'll come back
X-Men
for this.
Origin Blob. I think we're actually.
Yes.
I'm actually
Could be.
expecting a couple X-Men Origins
X-Men
characters.
So,
Origins
wait,
Deadpool.
Real quick.
That's
real
what
quick,
I think will show
real
up.
quick.
We
I
already
don't
did
think-
that in
time
Deadpool
out.
movie too.
I don't think we'll get that because he shot him in the last
But this
Deadpool.
is
No.
movie.
I think it's his
Second.
head. I think it's his head.
Second.
He'll be
Okay.
Like from the
Mimir.
post-credit. No, from the X-Men Origins post-credit scene from like
I know what you're
14
talking
years
about.
ago or whatever the fuck it is at this
He'll be
point.
like a
I think it's
Mimir.
that one.
All right,
Like,
Just,
so-
like, sits on the belt.
Conspiracy
Yes.
theory time. Who has watched Planet of the Apes? The
the new
newest one.
I haven't seen that yet. Don't spoil it.
Okay, so real quick,
And then I'll
'cause
run
I
through
can't
it.
think of his
Circus?
name.
Sure. Andy Serkis.
No, that guy who plays Blob. Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant did all his promotions for Planet of the Apes with bleach blonde hair. And if you know anything about Blob,
He has bleach blonde.
Blob has bleach blonde
No, so I'm
hair.
saying, I think we should be looking at X-Men Origins a bit because that's like the first time they worked together. Like it's actually the only time they worked together as they're obviously that's a far off version of what Deadpool should have been. But that's when they first. So that's why I have characters written like John Wraith, Will.I.Am. One of the worst characters in a comic book movie like ever. Like
What about the dude who played Gambit in that movie?
maybe I wouldn't be surprised.
Well,
Maybe.
Ryan Reynolds
He wasn't
said
even
in
a
an
bad
interview the
Gambit.
other day that he, at a point in his life, that he's thankful to be able to play this role, and he wants to make movies where he can work with his family and friends. He said it.
Yeah.
So a lot of these people that he's done these movies with are his buddies.
Yeah.
And people that he wants to work with
Yeah.
that he didn't get a chance to work with or only got to work with once. So that was the interview that I
In a
saw.
similar theme.
So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
In a similar theme, Lee Shriver Sabretooth. I think
Yes.
is-
Yes.
Most
I'm
likely.
pretty sure there was an interview with him at some point. We haven't seen him in a trailer, but I'm pretty sure there was an interview like
I would
a
say
while
it's
back.
very, very,
Will-
very
With him.
likely.
Will Kevin Feige show up in the movie?
Well, Kevin, the robot
The
from
robot
She-Hulk
Kevin.
that everyone loves. Everyone loves She-Hulk. Nobody criticized it at all.
Don't think we'll get Havoc.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm peeking at your list.
Yeah, Havoc from like the young, like I was just thinking like maybe of like who from the like the newer, like the younger, like
The one pixie girl from X-Men First Class.
who's
That's Wasp.
that's what's her name from like
not Wasp,
from DC now.
Yeah.
She's like
Yes.
she's Catwoman now.
Yes.
So I mean I don't think so.
Um,
All right, let me go through the last ones. Chris Hemsworth Thor. We
No.
kind of, besides that cameo, I would say no. Daniel Radcliffe. Danny
Could be.
DeVito
Yes.
Wolverine.
Yes. Yes.
That would be-
Anyways, I started blasting.
So
That would
anyway,
be
I start
No,
slicing.
that's just been memed about for years.
Stupid.
Either Jean Grey.
Yes.
Probably
We'll get
older.
older
Probably
Jean
the older
Grey.
one. I would agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Chris Evans, Human Torch. I would say
Yeah.
probably.
I want-
If we're getting a Fantastic Four character, that's who it's
I
gonna be.
think we're gonna get the original Fantastic Four thing. I think that's kind of.
Michael Chiklis?
Yeah, I think so.
That'd be cool.
That would be
I think
interesting.
he's I think he's the most memorable of the.
I
He
definitely
is.
say Chris
He
Evans
definitely-
is now
you know
because
what I
of,
mean.
because you
Well, I
went
mean, I
from,
know. I think Chris Evans is a funny it's too good of an opportunity to miss up. But like in terms of like who's like I think like played the character the
But
best,
also-
I think it was Sting.
But you also
like,
have to
in
think
those
about like
four.
Chris Evans in the Fantastic Four movie is like as thin as I am. Chris Evans now in that tiny, tiny, tiny little blue suit,
Yeah.
They
shredded through.
shrunk him down. They could do it again.
Yeah. What
That
else
would
we
be
got?
fun.
Darwin from First Class.
no,
I would survive this time.
Anybody thought about Kevin Bacon
From
from First Class?
wait, time
or
out.
how about Kevin Bacon
How about Kevin
from
Guardians,
Guardians
of the Galaxy
Yeah, the Guardians
holiday
Christmas
special?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. he was in that.
Yeah, he's in both. Yeah.
Can we just get him walking through the background of one scene?
Wong, because this is the Wong cinematic
Yes.
universe.
Yes.
Now. We'll probably
probably.
get
He'll
Wong.
show up.
How about Doctor Strange?
No.
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 Wongers needs a gin and tonic.
What else we got here?
Thank you.
Did I say Morbius?
No.
No.
But you know what?
He's not showing up.
I
Either way.
kinda
Or
would
it
like
doesn't
that.
matter.
No, I wouldn't.
It would be great.
Matt
it
Smith
really would be
from
great,
Morbius?
but he's not going to show up.
I don't think anybody from Sony's showing up.
It's Morbin time.
A Nightcrawler?
Do you know
Yes.
that they
I
said
think
that
we'll
in a
get a
comic?
Nightcrawler.
Maybe
think
a
we'll get a
Nightcrawler. I don't
Nightcrawler.
know. Maybe I think there's a chance we get just some X-Men characters, just like their costumes, and like, but like not like with an actor we know.
Or at least
does that make
reference
sense?
to.
Like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like we'll see X-Men characters, but maybe they don't have like a actual face that we're
Was
familiar with to
there an
them.
older Black Panther?
T'Chaka?
No, before the MCU, was there
don't
someone
think
that played?
There might have been, but nothing,
have been,
nothing
but-
huge though that like would have enough mainstream recognition to actually reference in this. I'm trying to think. A Caliban version, maybe. I'm trying to think. Anyone else that anyone could think of that they think they're gonna pull out their
I got a
hat?
couple.
All right.
Go
Go
for
ahead.
it.
Wesley Snipes Blade.
No.
I think he's too hard to work with.
Yeah.
I agree.
He's like,
I'm not. I don't really believe in any of these.
I think
but
a
do
Blade,
have-
a Blade variant will show up. I'm almost guarantee you that.
It'd be fun. Who's supposed to play Blade?
Mahershala Ali.
Thank you.
Who they've like fucking railroaded for like 6 years.
He won't be
like,
him because he's just kind of pissed.
What
at
about
this
John
point.
Boyega as Blade?
Why? Just
What about
like,
John
what?
Boyega as Finn? Like
Yes.
he just shows up.
What about
In Stormtrooper
What
garb.
about Green Lantern?
No.
That would be
Get
the fuck
hysterical.
Anybody got any
Ryan
others? Because we
Reynolds,
got to wrap
Green
this
Lantern.
up.
Ryan Reynolds, Green
I got a thing I want to add. I want to
Doesn't make
do
any
a
sense.
thing at the end, kind of like we do in some of the sports podcasts.
What about Ryan Reynolds?
This is this the actor?
Just Ryan Reynolds.
So no, do you have anything else? I'm going to see.
I have a few, but you can go first.
Okay. So
There's on my brain now.
So I googled this earlier. The movie that's considered to have the most cameos, which was I think it's called the Player or something. The Player from 1992. That movie supposedly has the most cameos in it, and it had 65 cameos. So the
What's
only
it?
movie that has more cameos than that is Who Framed Roger Rabbit, because they were able to animate all of them so they could get away with it. Because you have to have actors playing these characters. What's the over and under on cameos?
Like number wise?
Like
Under
not
32.
counting, and I'm not counting main cast. I mean, because we gotta know what the main cast is. when you take the main cast out, and Hugh Jackman and the 9 characters that he wants to save and all that stuff.
Well, keep in mind, once X-23 was revealed, she had actual, she did start doing, she did some PR this week. She had an actual, and apparently, and she said she got in a suit, and has fight scenes.
So real quick, are you
say
counting gravestones as cameos?
No, I mean, want to see on screen they put an actor in a costume.
Under 32.
I think that's too many. I would say that literally everybody in this movie that is not Hugh Jackman and Wolverine
is a cameo. I would agree, kind of.
So if you're not counting,
I agree with you.
If you're not counting X-Men and Wolverine and the cast from Wolverine movies, like his wife, like the ones that he's in the first scene, well, let's take those people out, and we're not counting Hugh Jackman.
His wife. How about his wife from X-Men Origins?
His other wife. His other
it's
wife.
He's
his other wife.
Silver Samurai.
Oh, this is awkward. This is awkward. No, but seriously, what do you think? Put a number.
The guy
on
from
it.
Shogun.
I would probably say over 100 people are going to be cameos in this movie.
I don't know about 100. I think there's going to be a significant portion.
I will say
I would say dozens of Fox X-Men characters.
I'm gonna say under 35. I think they'll cap it at that. I don't think there's enough time in the movie to do more than that.
They've said it's kind of like a Civil War level movie, so I'm trying to think of maybe I'm thinking there's over 10 major.
Well, we know we're getting
characters,
Hitmonkey.
Hitmonkey.
Legion I would count that as a cameo.
Hitmonkey, actually, are you serious about this?
There was a thing. No, they said that Hitmonkey's in one of the trailers.
Hitmonkey's in a trailer.
Yeah. So I'm saying under 32. I literally think this entire movie is literally just cameos.
It absolutely is.
I mean, if we count the people that have already been revealed that are already kind of cameos, but they're henchmen, so they were kind of already more. Because again, I think a lot of the cameos are not going to be just they're going to be worked in. Like a lot of the cameos that have been revealed, these minor characters are what's her name's the ancient they're a team. They're what's her name? Cassandra Nova's. They're her goons.
Her X-Men.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, or they remind me of what Magneto's team is in the
it might be something as they have a scene or two, or it could be something like Toad who's just on the bus driving by. It could just be
his tongue out.
That might be all we get.
Even the
but
vehicles
how many?
references
Julian, what you said? 35. So. Jordan, what do you got?
I got under 32.
I'm gonna say that everybody in this movie that is not Hugh Jackman and Wolverine will be a cameo.
Yeah, I think most
I know, but I mean, are you going? You're staying with 30? You said 100, then you said 32. What number?
I'll go middle ground, 50.
Okay, Christian.
I think we're gonna get I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to put a number on it because I don't know just how many characters they're gonna end up being. I don't know what their variation of.
Void, anything is possible.
That's what I'm saying. I think we could get again. I think there's gonna be 15. I think we're gonna get 20 Deadpool variants alone. I think, and probably at least 4 or 5 Wolverines. Probably over 5 X-Men. Probably.
Brad Pitt
3 or 4 X-Men villains, probably some Fantastic Four characters, probably some Elektra adjacent stuff, and then probably some other people that are just what's his name who played the old Juggernaut, for instance, said he didn't want to be in this.
He's in it.
No, I think his suit will be in it. No, but I don't think he's going to be in it.
He's in the background of a trailer.
I don't know if it's him though. I thought it was. I don't know. Either way, I think we're gonna get that suit either way, no matter what. It just might not be the actor because the actor said he didn't want to do the. And he's older, I think, as well.
Yeah, but he's in it. He's in the background of a trailer.
At least, again, I haven't seen every spot basically. So they could be in a.
I guess here's my question, Jack, because you brought it up, and then we'll kind of.
Oh, but there's one more I have actually. That whenever you're done, I want to. Yeah, I think it's the funniest one.
Do you think and I'm asking this because it's an IP controlled by Disney? Do you think because they are Marvel Comics that we'll get any Star Wars character cameos?
No,
I don't think so.
Okay, here's a.
Could you imagine Luke Skywalker walking out with the blue lightsaber and then just getting offed by Wolverine?
Here's one that I don't thinking about it. I don't think would happen. But do we think that Elliot Page would make a cameo in?
I think that would be cool.
I think that could be. I think Elliot Page.
Their character from X3.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Obviously, he used to be they're trans. They obviously played, but they were obviously still female facing when they played Kitty Pryde, obviously. So I guess you could do something very interesting with. They could make a nice little statement with that. I don't know. Like,
I
it
wouldn't.
could be
I would
interesting.
definitely
So-
not be against it. I love Elliot Page. He's a great actor. So
Yeah, give her some representation. I'm cool
And
with
by
that.
the way, season 5 of
Umbrella
the
Academy.
yes, which I wanted to react to. If we're
do
on
it.
board.
I've never seen him.
Let me last thing, and I think we're going over a little bit, so we can wrap this up. Oscar Isaac Apocalypse.
No.
That's what I
no.
want that so bad. I think that'd be so funny.
If he's in it,
Because
I
it's
hope
so,
he dies.
it's so. I just
immediately.
wanted to get decked like by
Real quick.
someone, like you know what I mean. Like
I know I joke about it, but Absorbing Man from the Eric Bana
the Hulk dog
Hulk movie, I want him. But there's a lot of cameos that we can get. But my question was overall, do we think we actually have more than 50 Marvel characters outside of background and extras? Like
I'm gonna do the.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Price is Right. I'm gonna overbid you guys all by one. So whatever I think it's gonna be over. I think it's gonna be like, and some of them will just be somebody in the background that didn't do anything. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we've already seen multiple
I think it's
Deadpool
gonna
variants.
be like. I think it's like 50 to 60.
Yeah.
okay.
I agree because I think just from what we've seen alone, we have Deadpool and Wolverine, we have multiple Deadpool variants, we have 9 characters from the old Deadpool movies at least. We have however many like henchmen Cassandra Nova has.
I want Hydra
We have
Bob.
some TVA people, so like that's already up to like 20ish like characters really.
We know
So,
Mobius is going to be in it. Or Morbius.
I don't know if we know that. I think it's a high.
I want
has a chance.
I want the
Owen Wilson.
the old Spider-Man animated cartoon.
Yeah, they could do. We haven't even gotten animated stuff. There could. I don't know how they would
So-
go about that, but like, theoretically, there could
Real
be some
quick,
97 connection.
Show of hands, who's seeing it on Thursday?
8:30.
9:50.
We don't. Got
Don't
time
say
yet.
nothing.
I'm gonna spoil it for everyone.
Are you going to Regal or are you going
I'm
to
going
Capitol? Yeah, same. Make sure you get your popcorn bucket. Before
use that later.
before we
Yeah, that's all I have.
wrap this up and put the bow on top, Jack, you got anything for the consumer?
Consumer.
No, I'm good.
Julian,
What?
you got
I made-
anything
I
for the
made him laugh,
consumer?
he didn't.
What does that mean?
You got anything for our fans?
Oh, thanks for watching.
Question of the day?
We love you.
Question of the day. Back on what we were talking about. What are your thoughts on the Acolyte and predictions for season 2? I want to know if it happens. Oh, you know what? Here's the real question of the day. Yes or no, should there be a season 2 of this show?
Let us know in the comments, or by joining our TikTok lives every night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. At least that's what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
I can't speak for the rest of them.
And if you like us talking about Marvel, I think like there's gonna be a lot of news this weekend, and I think I think a lot of us are gonna get re-engaged and reinvigorated by into Marvel that we haven't vetted in a while with Deadpool and Wolverine, and they're gonna immediately announce a bunch of stuff because like we have Comic-Con and like there's a Deadpool panel and there's a new panel for a bunch of new stuff, so they're probably gonna announce. Especially with how popular I think Deadpool and Wolverine's gonna end up being, and with how well received something like X-Men '97 was, I think we're getting a speed like the mutant age is coming at us a lot quicker than usual, and I'm very excited about that. X-Men have always been my favorite Marvel property, and like Marvel comics. Even after '97, I went and bought a shit ton of graphic novels and started reading those.
So real quick, I didn't mention this because I didn't even think about this. We're gonna get Red Hulk.
He's already in.
No, I know. We're
He's too
getting him
close.
in Xbox. We're getting him in Deadpool.
I don't
Red
think
Hulk,
so.
Gray Hulk, Yellow Hulk, Atom Bomb. We're getting them all. She-Hulk. We're getting them all.
Me, Christian, and Rich
Red
have
She-Hulk.
just finished up watching Superman, which we very much liked. So if you
Yeah.
wanted to go see our reactions to that, you can go check it out.
We're gonna make Jack and Julian watch Dark Phoenix and react to it. For
So
punishment or
keep
something.
an eye out for the reactions because I've never seen Matrix and I guess I have to watch that too. So thank you for watching though. We appreciate your staying with us for this long duration of time as we hit our 2-hour mark. Greatly appreciate you, all of our fans, all of our subscribers, and bicbp-radio.com, Maranto Media, and Emerge Studios. And may the force be with you. And as always, thank you for watching.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.